For the first time in the country's history, the government has scrapped the customary question hour in the parliament. On 2nd of September, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha secretariats informed that there will be no question hour in the monsoon session of the parliament in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the monsoon session of the parliament is scheduled to begin on 14th of September and will conclude on 1st of October. Usually held in the end of June, this session was delayed in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. As we know, the question hour is the liveliest hour of the parliament. It is during this 1 hour when the MPs can ask questions of ministers concerned to their particular ministries, their misdeeds and inactions. Question hour represents the first hour of the day's sitting when MPs can raise questions about governance, about particular ministries that the minister concerned needs to answer or is obligated to answer, whether orally or in writing. Now, the whole prestige of the parliament is with this question hour when the members ask questions and the government is bound to answer. The MPs have used this parliamentary tool in the past as well to expose financial irregularities, bring out information and data pertaining to the functioning of the government out in the public domain. With the broadcasting of the question hour since 1991, it has become the most crucial and visible aspects of parliamentary functioning. Now, since the government has decided to scrap this parliamentary practice, opposition leaders have lashed out at the centre, claiming that they will lose the right to question the government or its governance. Some have even called it shocking, arbitrary and undemocratic. The Congress party has said that questioning the government is the lifeblood of a parliamentary democracy, and by doing away with this tool of accountability, the BJP is trying to pass laws without any discussion or debate. The Congress has said that this is an attempt to stifle the democracy under the garb of a COVID-19 pandemic. Congress leader Shashi Tharoor has also said that the government is trying to reduce the parliament to a mere notice board and use it as a rubber stamp. Trinamool Congress leader Derek O'Brien has said that the government is using the COVID-19 pandemic as an excuse to murder the democracy. Now, last week, Congress leader in the Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, wrote a letter to Speaker Om Birla. In the letter, he mentioned curtailing the question hour would not be in the interest of elected representatives, especially in the times of COVID. The government has argued that conducting the question hour in the parliament would require officials visiting the parliament complex, assisting their ministers, thereby increasing the number of people on the premises amid the COVID-19 situation. However, TMC Rajya Sabha leader Derek O'Brien has underlined that the ministers can be briefed on video conferencing as well. He's also suggested that the number of questions to be taken up during the question hour can also be reduced from the present 20. After a huge outcry over the centre's decision to scrap the question hour in the coming session of the parliament, the government has said that it will allow unstarred questions, which means written questions that will receive written answers. However, this still does not give an opportunity to the opposition to discuss or criticize any issue with the government. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this move by the government comes at a time when the GDP of the country has contracted 23.9%, the worst ever. Tensions along the line of actual control are escalating between India and China. Floods across the state have claimed hundreds and thousands of lives, and the COVID situation in the country shows no signs of relief. At such a time, this attempt by the government can avoid tough, spontaneous and unrehearsed questions from the opposition, who feel that they've lost the opportunity to directly probe the government or demand answers. Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra has said that if you ask questions in the court, it is contempt. If you ask questions on the road, it is dissent. And now questioning inside parliament, it is also forbidden. Now, amid all this outreach, the government has said that it is not escaping any debate or discussion. It has said that it is completely ready for unstarred questions and has also asked the opposition to facilitate the same. However, 3 questions still remain unanswered. First, is the government escaping from discussions and debates? Has the parliament been reduced to a mere notice board and the majority is being used as a rubber stamp? And the last question, is holding a full-fledged parliamentary session during a pandemic risky?